Hello, we welcome you to this broadcast of Actually Real Wrestling, your number one source for the best performers in the world competing against each other across promotions, across countries, across time zones. We have another super card, pretty much the only type of match the only kind of card that we book here on Actually Real Wrestling. Before we jump into that, we would like to thank and welcome our latest follower, Live Trace. Thank you for joining, for following. And to Frost Wolf 2K17 with a raid party of 6 for joining us today. Thank you for sending that our way. We always appreciate the new eyeballs, expanding our audience. That is the goal, is to bring the best in professional wrestling to the masses. We do this on Twitch at twitch.tv/JeffSunday. I am your host, Jeff Sunday, and now streaming on Mixer as well, mixer.com/Jeff Sunday. With the housekeeping done, let's talk about this card a little bit. So we have, in our opening bout, Kenny Omega taking on Jon Moxley, a match that was scheduled to take place this past Saturday at All Elite Wrestling's All Out event. Moxley having to scratch at the last minute due to MRSA in his elbow, so that match was postponed, but it's happening here because we can make any of the matches that we want here on Actually Real Wrestling. It's all possible. Our middle bout will be a triple threat match featuring Bryan taking on Testuya, Naito taking on Bray, Wyatt, and that new Fiend persona that has dominated WWE airwaves over the past several months. And in our main event, we will have a tag team championship bout for the IWGP Tag Team Championship, currently held by Finn Balor and Asuka, taking on the AAA Tag Team Champions, the Lucha Brothers, who had a successful victory this past weekend over the Young Bucks in that Death Ladder match. What about that was? I hope you caught that. But if you didn't, you're going to get a healthy dose of the brothers Lucha, Pentagon Jr., and his brother Phoenix. That will be in our main event. Very much looking forward to that. And with that now, we go live to the ring. Our referee today will be Earl Hebner. Check that. We have newly named permanent referee for All Elite Wrestling, Aubrey Edwards. She called the main event that crowned the first AEW champion this past weekend. Your new champion, Chris Jericho, called by Aubrey Edwards, a fine referee, and she will be calling the action today. Thank you for joining us. We go now live to the ring. And as we mentioned at the top of the broadcast, he is out injured right now, but available here on Actually Real Wrestling, Jon Moxley. The man recently found himself outside of his WWE contract, decided to make a move, and now he's All Elite. Recently competing in the G1 Climax tournament over in New Japan. And the C-level executive making a return to ARW, Kenny Omega, the best bout machine. He's had trouble getting his first victory in All Elite Wrestling, his own company. But here looking to knock off Jon Moxley and show why he is the wrestling god. Aubrey Edwards here to start the action, call for the bell, and we are off. Moxley there with a quick takedown. Omega puts him into the corner, misses with the right hand. Test of strength, Moxley has the better end of it, goes into the drop toe hold. Hook and collar tie up, test of strength again. Moxley clearly the stronger of the two. Might not be the way that Kenny Omega will want to approach this. Hook and collar tie up, DDT by Omega. Omega into the ropes now, Moxley with a knee lift. Sends Omega back to the ropes, drops down, catches him on the other side. Nothing doing, but Omega this time making a better showing in the test of strength. That gets broken up, shoulder blocked by Moxley, takes down Omega, who sends Moxley into the ropes, goes for the drop kick, but Moxley, just brute force, knocks him back down to the mat. Knife edge chop across the chest. Omega sends Moxley into the corner. A low kick. A knife edge chop from Moxley. Scoop slam from Omega sends Moxley to the outside. Moxley, the purveyor of violence, goes for a chair underneath. Aubrey Edwards is counting now. Moxley better watch it. Couldn't be disqualified with that chair. Omega sends him into the ropes, waiting on him. This time gets the Frankensteiner executed to perfection, as Omega is known to do. Kick to the inside of the leg there, misses with the right hand. Moxley connects with the elbow across the back of Omega, who answers right back with a snapmare takedown. No clear aggressor here. Both men, both trying to get their shots in as Omega goes to the bow and arrow submission. Moxley escapes it. Omega hits another DDT on Moxley, almost getting a piece of that chair. What a rude awakening that would have been. The two men now exchanging blows. Moxley with a left, Omega with rights. Moxley gets the better end of it, goes into the ropes now and drops the elbow across Omega as he's laying right on top of that chair. Sends him to the ropes now. Huge left hand from Moxley. Reverses the whip, goes to the opposite side. Cross body splash from Moxley. Just a one count there before Omega manages to kick out. Things still looking okay for the Best Bout Machine. Pile driver right on the edge of that chair by Moxley. He goes to the top rope now. What's he gonna do here? Omega gets up, Moxley down for the rope. Moxley getting the better end of the strikes here. Omega missing, not very accurate with the strikes thus far. Not what we're used to seeing here. Omega a bit dazed as Moxley sends him into the ropes and knocks him back down at the canvas. Moxley starting to edge himself out a little bit. Side rushing leg sweep by Moxley. Puts Omega down. Moxley for the cover here. Two. And Omega manages to kick out. Just keeping him honest. Headlock takedown by Omega. Goes into the submission before Moxley kicks out of it. Front face lock by Omega. Jumping suplex. Sends Moxley to the outside. That might take him a bit to recover. Took Omega some time to recover. He's catching his breath in the middle of the ring. Hits the knife edge chop. He's right on the heels of Moxley. Doesn't allow him to get to the other end of the ropes there. Rolling fireman's carry from Omega. One of his signatures. But looks like he got the worst end of that as Moxley springs up and he's on the offense. Misses with the right hand. Sends Omega to the ropes. He's been looking for this. He finally gets that clothesline. And Moxley now into the Texas Cloverleaf. Referee Aubrey Edwards is checking on Omega. It's deep, but Omega manages to break his way out of it. Front face lock for Omega. Jumping suplex right in the middle of the ring now. Answers right back and a standing flip into the cover from Omega. Gets the 2 count. And this crowd showing their appreciation with the applause. Another knee lift for Moxley. Puts Omega down. Repositioning him here now. Omega's days. Goes into a pile driver. Connects. And I almost got a piece of that chair there in the middle of the ring. Side Russian leg sweep. Just the edge of the chair there right at their feet. Double underhook suplex. Dirty deeds. Death Rider, it's now called that DDT from Moxley. He has the 2.9. Referee Aubrey Edwards saw the shoulder of Omega come up at the last 10th of a second. Drop kick from Omega. Sensing some urgency from Omega now. He understands that he needs to get himself back into this matchup. Scoop slam for Omega. He's dragging Moxley over to the middle of the ring now. Going into a submission back to the bow and arrow hold. It's deep. Moxley's having some trouble, but he manages to escape. Underhook suplex. Exploder from Omega. He goes to the top rope now. What's he going to do here? Moxley's days. Omega hits the shotgun drop kick off the top. Light position for a pinning, recovering. V-trigger right onto the chin of Moxley, who springs right back up. Double underhook suplex into a dropping DDT from Omega. Hits the Frankensteiner. Omega starting to pick up the offense here. He knows he has to answer Moxley, who's already hit that Death Rider. Moxley now back into the driver's seat, drops the backbreaker into the ropes now. Omega days, another clothesline from Moxley, and it looks like we might see a second Death Rider. Let's see here now as Omega connects with the Frankensteiner at the other end to answer right back. The action is going back and forth as it often does here on Actually Real Wrestling. We only have the best, and these are 2 of the best in the entire world, really. Omega now. Electric chair into the German suplex. Gets the 2.9 count. Omega answering right back. He's shown he's right back in this thing. Exploder suplex from Omega. He's in the corner, warming up that V-trigger out of the corner. Hooks the outside leg. 2 and 2.9. Moxley manages to kick out at the last moment. And now we're back to square one. These two men exchanging blows in the middle of the ring. Omega calls him a dumbass before the jumping kick connects on the back of the head of Moxley. And Omega now into the ropes, hits another running knee, hooks the outside leg. 2, 3 count for Omega. Gets his first victory here on actually real wrestling. Kenny Omega. His first appearance was a loss to Kenta of the Bullet Club in New Japan. Finally ticks one in the win column. What about there? 82% on the Fire Pro scale, 3-star rating. And the V-trigger does it for Omega. We didn't see the one-winged angel, his finishing maneuver, but the V-trigger was enough to knock off Moxley. And you can bet you will see these two competitors here again on ARW. A couple of our favorites. We thank the 4 of you for tuning in. We're going to be right back with our middle bout, the triple threat match between Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, Tetsuya Naito. You don't want to miss it. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Representing the WWE roster in this triple threat matchup, Daniel Bryan, who's certainly no stranger to Bray Wyatt, although he is unfamiliar with this new Fiend persona that's been terrorizing the WWE roster. Representing New Japan Pro Wrestling will be Tetsuya Naito, and this will be a triple threat match. Standard rules apply here. The first fall will be your victor. So it does require that the winner incapacitate both opponents, get the 3 count or submission. It will be quite the blockbuster matchup. We go now to the ring. Aubrey Edwards calling the action. Aubrey Edwards calls for the bell. Tetsuya Naito and Daniel Bryan will start squaring off. A couple left-right hands from Daniel Bryan. He seems to be the focus of a lot of the attention here. Bryan runs right into referee Edwards. She's busted open on that collision in the opening seconds of this matchup. What is that going to mean for Aubrey Edwards? Will she be able to call this match? She has a busted open forehead, and what a trooper. She's back up, ready to finish the job. And that's why she's likely secured that position as a full-time referee for All Elite Wrestling. You gotta be prepared. It's a dangerous job being a referee in professional wrestling, a very important one, keeping the action in order. Speaking of which, we go to a double team attempt by Bryan and Naito, but broken up by the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Gotta be difficult to gauge Bray Wyatt's status with that mask over his face, that horrifying grimace. Daniel Bryan, certainly no stranger to Bray Wyatt. They've had their run-ins in the past. Bryan even a momentary member of the Wyatt family in a previous incarnation of Bray Wyatt's career. Now doing things all on his own, really unnerving the entire WWE roster. Goes with the single leg Boston Crab on Naito there, broken up by Bryan. Naito fighting his way out of the double team. I haven't seen that yet, but you're going to see some strange alliances. You got to expect that. As long as you're not the one taking the offense, it's a good thing. So you'll see a lot of double team moves here shortly as Bryan sends Naito into the ropes, sends him into the corner this time. Ties up with Bray and gets the snapmare takedown, a kick to the midsection of Naito, but he answers right back with a body slam. Bray Wyatt dropping the elbow across the back of Naito, sets up the snap suplex, that connects for him. And he now focuses his attention on Bryan as he sends him to the canvas. Naito raises up Bryan. They're sandwiching Bray Wyatt, every man trying to get the best positioning here, trying to not be on the receiving end. of the offense, trying to let the other two competitors wear each other down and hopefully sneak in a pinfall, get that 1, 2, 3 or submission at some point. Naito with a clubbing blow across the back of Bryan, and then a stomp to the back of the knee there, and then a European uppercut from Bryan, and then a leg lock from Naito, but broken up by Bryan. Doesn't want to risk an early submission here, although I don't think that was going to happen in that particular moment. But again, the first fall will be your winner. So everyone here is just, it's a positioning game, it's an endurance game, it's a matter of taking advantage of that opportune moment when you can secure the victory without being interrupted by the third competitor. Bryan now positions Naito in the middle of the ring, knocks down Bray Wyatt. Daniel Bryan showing no fear here as he slips Bray Wyatt's attack. That opens the window for Naito to drop the elbow across the back, and then the elbow to Bray Wyatt, dazed for a moment, and Bryan knocks him down. Misses with the right hand as Bray Wyatt needs a snap leg takedown by Bryan. Big left hand across the forehead. Reversal by Bray. Wyatt puts Bryan in the corner. He fights his way out of it. Two quick elbows from Bray. Knocks Bryan back down to the canvas. And there's those educated feet, those kicks, martial arts kicks right to the midsection of Bray. Stuns him for a moment. There's another forearm from Bryan. Bray answers back with the elbow and a DDT for Naito. Bryan now. Clearly no alliances here. Everyone's just getting it in where they can. But Naito gets in the middle of that whip combination there and pays for it. Body slam by Bray Wyatt on Bryan, and Naito then capitalizes. But Bray says, no, here's a left hand for your troubles. Naito sends him to the rope, goes to the other end, misses with the jumping knee. What a maneuver that would have been there. But the spinning enziguri from Naito on Bray Wyatt connects. Bridging German suplex broken up by Bray Wyatt. He's got the suplex inverted. Slam there on Bryan. Short edge clothesline, a rainmaker from Bray Wyatt. Double suplex, and there's a first double team. We see an alliance, but quickly ends there as Bray Wyatt throws the elbow to Naito, and he does the same. A few quick forearms from Naito. Low drop kick. Takes Bryan off his feet. And now Bray sends Naito into the ropes. Before colliding, Bray answers back with a kick to the midsection now. Swinging neck breaker on Bray Wyatt, goes to the leg hold, and that's immediately broken up by Daniel Bryan, who sends Bray into the ropes now. Both competitors in the ring, both Bray and Naito, and kicks to the midsection of Naito by Daniel Bryan. He's the man standing. Let's see what he's going to do here, but a forearm from Naito answered back with a right hand fist by Bryan. Back and forth they go, and Bryan gets the better end of it. Bray capitalizes. Let's see what he's got in store for Naito. No, he focuses on Bryan, a couple quick strikes, and then Boston Crab. Naito allowing this to happen. Why? Not getting involved in that predicament. Could have been a close one. If Bryan submits there, it is Naito who is on the outside of the decision, and Bray Wyatt would be your winner. Face drop, following face drop there from Naito, has Bryan dazed, goes to the ropes, and Bray breaks that up and focuses attentions on Tetsuya Naito. Locks up with Daniel Bryan, has a front face lock, gets the elbow on Bray, but a spinning kick from Naito opens the window for the pinfall. 2 and 0.9 for Tetsuya Naito, the first close cover of this matchup. Almost had our winner there. Destino by Tetsuya Naito kicks the back of Bray Wyatt's legs, and now he has an incredible opportunity, but it's squandered there. Naito into the corner by Bray Wyatt, hangs him out to dry on that top rope. And the mandible claw by Bray Wyatt, but too close to the rope. Bryan able to break it up, sends Naito into the corner, slips Bray Wyatt and gets the chop block on the back of the knee. And Naito reverses the rear grapple into his leg submission. Was taunting, but Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail. on Naito. Has him face planted both of Bray Wyatt's competitors' days, but he gets an elbow, and now it's Naito and Bryan back at it again. Bryan now trying to position Naito in the middle of the ring, getting this crowd into it. Headbutt from Bray Wyatt sends Bryan down, and a huge uppercut sends Naito back down. And Naito and Bryan double underhook, bridging suplex, full Nelson slam by Naito. What an impressive maneuver that was. Cross Wolf, again, we appreciate the raid of party. He says he had an early stream, went almost 5 hours in Final Fantasy VIII. My goodness, sir, you're a better man than I. We like to top out right around the 1 hour mark for these ARW cards. That's about how we like to get you in and out. Keep it densely packed, so we appreciate you for tuning in. As we approach the 17-minute mark of this triple threat matchup. All first-time appearances for these men here on Actually Real Wrestling. Representing WWE, Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt, and representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, Tetsuya Naito, leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón, the stable in Japan. Bryan sends Naito into the ropes. They collide, both men down, and Bray Wyatt gets back in the ring as the only man standing. Locks up Naito from behind, a choke slam, and Bryan gets fired up, distracted, takes a kick to the back by Bray Wyatt. Focusing back now on Naito, connects with the forearm, sends Bryan in the ropes, ties up, and again, Bray Wyatt, that size, allowing him to withstand the collision from both men there. Bryan gets around Bray Wyatt, has him in a sleeper hold, drops him in the middle of the ring, and a running kick by Daniel Bryan, and another one for good measure across the back. Bridging suplex for Bryan, but he's too close to the rope. Naito's foot on the rope there breaks up the pin, and a double suplex, the second we've seen now from Naito and Bray. They seem to be on better terms, surprisingly enough. I wouldn't have guessed it, but strange bedfellows happen when you have this triple threat setup. A spinning kick by Tetsuya Naito, and Bray answers with a clothesline. Drop toe hold by Naito. He's going back to work on Bryan. All three men, clearly fatigue starting to set in, and a drop kick by Bray Wyatt knocks Bryan down. Spinning suplex by Naito, broken up by Daniel Bryan. He has Bray Wyatt, sends him to the rope, and there's that lapel lock by Bryan. He's got a window. Aubrey Edwards still wearing that crimson mask from the collision early in the matchup that was deeply cinched in there. Naito considering the breakup, but he breaks out, hits Destino on Daniel Bryan. Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail on Naito. What action we have here. It's all back and forth. Who's going to take it? No, Daniel Bryan breaks up that pinfall. We've had one close cover thus far. It was by Daniel Bryan with a bridging suplex. There's that lapel lock again by Bryan. He gets the submission. Nothing that Bray Wyatt can do. Daniel Bryan is your winner, taking the victory over Bray Wyatt and Tetsuya Naito. He'll be happy to have that as his first appearance on Actually Real Wrestling. What a contest. And an 89% on the Fire Pro Wrestling scale. What a matchup that was. Incredible. And that is going to bring us to our main event. It will be a title defense for the IWGP Tag Team Championship, currently held by Finn Balor, the Demon, and Asuka. And they will be defending against the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, the AAA Tag Team Champions. It's champions versus champions, but it's IWGP Gold on the line. Stay right there. And we welcome you back to ARW Fire Pro Wrestling, streaming on Twitch and Mixer. I'm your host, Jeff Sunday. We appreciate you tuning in to this broadcast of Actually Real Wrestling, and we are here at our main event, the Tag Team Champions, IWGP Tag Team Champions, Finn Balor and Asuka defending against the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon El Zero Medio, and Phoenix, his brother, younger brother. They've had rivalries in the past, but these days are your AAA Tag Team Champions, successfully defending their own championships this past weekend at the All Elite Wrestling All Out event against the Young Bucks. But that was then, this is now, and today this is for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. Aubrey Edwards, she's cleaned up after that previous matchup after getting busted open on a collision with Tetsuya Naito. What a trooper, says she's going to finish the card. What a professional. We now go to the ring. Making their way to the ring now. They won the Tag Team Championship on a non-broadcasted event. Finn Balor and Asuka, not teammates in any other context, but managed to win the championship here on Actually Real Wrestling and here to defend it against these two men who know each other extremely well. Worked all around the world together, Lucha Underground, New Japan Pro Wrestling, other independent promotions that have settled in to All Elite Wrestling, where they took a victory over the C-level executives, the Young Bucks, this past Saturday. Aubrey Edwards checking both competitors. Finn Balor and Pentagon Jr. will start the action. And here we go for the IWGP Tag Team Championship. Pentagon escapes the suplex there, hits the body slam on Finn Balor, the first offense we have in this matchup, and a kick to the back of the Demon. Finn Balor rocking the Demon outfit gimmick tonight here. Submission by Pentagon Jr. Connects with a low kick. Balor sends in the ropes, misses with the clothesline, but gets the snapmare takedown. Hook and collar tie up, test of strength. Balor actually showing a bit more strength there, getting the better end of that exchange. Pentagon sends him into the ropes, almost knocking Phoenix off their corner there, the red corner of the Lucha Brothers. And here's Phoenix's first appearance in the ring. Balor looking to save himself, doesn't manage to make the tag, and instead will take a double team in the corner. What a pile driving combination there by the Lucha Brothers. Know each other very well, and here's a submission by Phoenix. Locked in deep, but Balor manages to escape and tags in Asuka, making her first appearance in this matchup. And Asuka showing her strength over Phoenix there, and he escapes there before that goes too much worse, but she connects there with a suplex, and Phoenix taking some space, but Asuka not backing down, connecting with a few strikes here, goes into the ropes, 2 kicks, 3 kicks from Asuka, wrapping up that combination with a spinning kick before going into the armbar submission. Phoenix escapes now, and looks like he's trying to make his way over to his red corner, makes a tag to his older brother, Pentagon Jr., puts Asuka in the corner, but Asuka fighting her way out of it against Pentagon, not backing down, not by a long shot. She gets the better end of the exchange, and this is why they are the tag team champions. Finn Balor liking what he sees from his tag team partner there as she gets sent to the ropes. Pentagon goes for the leg lariat, misses with that, sends Asuka back into the ropes, drops down Asuka to the other side. That time gets the drop kick on Asuka. Doesn't like what she sees here. Goes back to her blue corner, tags in her partner Finn Balor. A few strikes by Asuka and a high kick. Axe kick connects on the chin of Pentagon. And as Finn tries to capitalize, he eats a boot of his own from Pentagon. Front face blocked from Finn, blocked by Pentagon, and he reverses into his own suplex. Snapmare takedown by Balor. He says Asuka's been running the match so far, having some good luck, so why not put her back in? After she's got her breath back. Submission hold by Asuka, the chin lock. Pentagon escapes it. Looks like he's going to tag in Phoenix. Yes, he does. Here's Phoenix now. But before Pentagon's out of the ring, he eats 3 strikes from Asuka, but that opens the window for Phoenix. But now Asuka delivers the same strikes to Phoenix. That spinning wheel kick right on the chin. We've seen it a few times now. Kick to the mid-back of Phoenix sends him back to the canvas. Scoop slam by Phoenix on Asuka. Asuka misses with a knife edge chop, and Phoenix connects with a chop of his own. Jumping arm bar by Asuka. Balor loving it as he fires up this crowd. Aubrey Edwards checking on Phoenix for the submission. Pentagon trying to break it up, but no need. Asuka now setting things up for Balor as she gets the suplex. Double drop kick by the tag team champions on Phoenix, and a left hand from Finn, a right hand from Asuka on her way out. But Phoenix manages a hitting predicament, gets just a 1 count. Balor still has his wits about him. Sending a forearm back and forth, and a spinning backhand by Finn sends Phoenix back to the ground. Quick tags by the tag team champions. They're not usually teammates, but they're both extremely competent, established performers, pro wrestlers. They know how to manage the ring, how to cut off the ring, keep the opponent on their side, quick tags, keep everyone fresh, give everyone opportunities to breathe. Pinning predicament by Asuka now. She gets the 2 count. Pentagon Jr. kicks out after 2. Phoenix now breaking things up, but Asuka letting him know he's not welcome. The problem with Phoenix being in that ring is it means he can't get tagged in, and a hush falls over the crowd, courtesy of Pentagon Jr. These Lucha brothers, they live by a motto. It's Zero Medio, and that means no fear, and they live it, and they exhibit it every time they're in a matchup. They don't back down. They come right at you, bring the action to you, but thus far, Finn Balor and Asuka seem to be driving the matchup, Asuka in particular. But now she's in a tough spot here, breaks out of the submission by Pentagon, and makes the tag to Finn Balor as Pentagon misses with the forearm, breaks up the double team. But Finn with the jumping kick, and then the Pele kick connects. Asuka to the top rope. She decides to head out to the apron to catch a breather. Balor now hanging on to Pentagon. What teamwork by the tag team champions as Asuka hops in for the quick drop kick. Pentagon Jr. doesn't like the situation, makes a tag of his own to get his brother into the mix. Phoenix hits the DDT on Balor, and Pentagon got to look to get a piece of Finn before he heads out to the apron, but no. Balor with the step-up enziguri on Phoenix, who's dazed now. Balor to the ropes, shotgun drop kick connects, sends Phoenix to the ground, and with a snap suplex, does Balor. Firing up, could we see that stomp, the coup de grace? No, he goes for a moonsault. That connects into a pinning predicament, but Phoenix's foot on the rope does not count, does Aubrey Edwards, your official, as Phoenix sends Balor to the top rope, and then a jumping reverse crucifix bomb from the top rope sets things up. A submission for Pentagon. Looked like Balor was in a bad way, but he manages to break up and escape here. And now Balor tags in Asuka, and she's in a war of blows, kicks. The kicks win out for Asuka. Pentagon Jr. back up courtesy of Finn, and they go back to the strikes. And Pentagon looking to move the action over to their side of the ring, but Asuka manages to fend off the double team. Gets Phoenix in the arm bar, broken up by Pentagon, sends him to the ropes, and the hip attack by Asuka hooks the outside leg. 2 and 0.9 for Asuka, the champion so close to successfully defending. And Phoenix with the arm bar hold here, not gonna submit Asuka. He's not the legal man. Quick strike from Asuka, wearing down Pentagon. He's dazed in the middle of the ring, and the hip attack to a dazed Pentagon sets things up nicely for Finn Balor as he's tagged in by Asuka. Pentagon tags in his brother Phoenix. Double jumping kick from the champions on Pentagon Jr. Balor and Phoenix tying up now. Balor sends him out of the ring with a quick toss and a super kick from Pentagon Jr. as he heads to the top rope. Diving splash, and Balor narrowly escapes that. Pentagon Jr. face down, ass up in the middle of the ring. Roll up pin by Phoenix, 2 count, and Finn kicks out. Asuka looking to break it up, and while she's there, sure, why not get a little double team action in on Phoenix. The double jumping kick, the tag team champions in perfect sync on that move there, and Asuka taking a moment to bask in the reception from this capacity crowd. Drops the elbow across the back of Phoenix, who sends Balor to the corner. Suplex by Asuka on Pentagon. Your 2 legal participants in the ring. Submission hold by Asuka has Pentagon in a bad way. Phoenix doesn't like it. He manages to break it up just as Pentagon looked like he was about to submit. Phoenix sends Balor to the corner. Pentagon with the cover. Just a 1 count. 17 minutes into the matchup, Asuka manages to kick out with another quick 1 count, even with the leg hook. Asuka answering back with the strikes. There's the axe kick, and she hooks the outside leg of Pentagon before it's broken up by Phoenix. And all 4 competitors in the ring now. Low kick from Pentagon. Putting it together on Asuka, but she goes for the jumping arm bar. That will be a rope break. No submission there as Phoenix, again, all 4 combatants in the ring. This thing is breaking down, and Aubrey Edwards, I can understand keeping her distance after suffering that collision in the previous matchup. Our wonderful medical staff managing to seal up the cut. No more blood coming from the forehead of Aubrey Edwards as Phoenix and Pentagon starting to carve out a bit of offense. They've been on the delivering end of the offense thus far in the past several minutes. Let's see here if the dust can settle. Your 2 legal competitors are Finn Balor and Phoenix, who just hit the falling TKO on Balor. Goes for the RKO, but misses the jumping cutter there, but definitely connects with the spinning run. That sends Finn Balor to the outside. Phoenix now taking a minute to bask in the glory of that maneuver. Balor from the top hits the moonsault, does not have the cover as Phoenix's foot is on the rope, and they're exchanging elbows now in that blue corner of Asuka and Finn Balor, who fires up in the spinning backhand, and followed by the super kick by Phoenix. Knocks down Balor. Going for the tag. Both teams make tags, not captured by our camera crew here. Asuka breaking up the double team by the Lucha brothers. And now she's sending kicks to answer the chops of Pentagon Jr. Huge kick to the temple, knocks him clean out. Hooks the outside leg, does Asuka. 2 and 3 count. Asuka. The strikes too much to handle, and Asuka and Finn Balor managed to retain their IWGP Tag Team Championships here on Actually Real Wrestling in this main event. What a matchup that was. 75% on the Fire Pro scale. 2.5-star rating. Asuka managing to get the clean pin following a few strikes on Pentagon Jr. And with that, we have reached the end of this ARW Supercard, the only kind we do on Actually Real Wrestling. We thank all of you who tuned in to the stream. And if you have feedback, you have matchups you want to see, we can and we will make them happen. We don't have a schedule as of yet, trying to make matches as often as we can. And we are building towards crowning our first heavyweight champion that will be decided in a traditional tournament style matchup. Competitors joining from all promotions. We want the best in the world, potentially the best of all time. There's a little tease for you if you're hoping to see some competitors from years past potentially crowned as our first champion. Let us know who you want to see. Why not, if you're in the chat? Again, we want to thank Hypertrace, our newest follower, and Frost Wolf for dropping the party of 6 on us today. We thank you so much for tuning in. And I've been Jeff Sunday, your host, now streaming on Twitch and Mixer. Same handle on both platforms. Want to be accessible to as many viewers as possible. That's the goal here with Actually Real Wrestling, to celebrate professional wrestling, the best competitors in the world, and bring it to you live here on Twitch and Mixer. We thank you for tuning in, and we hope you'll join us again soon. Have a great rest of your day.